welcome to today's episode of Dermatologist Talks, Science of Beauty. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the well-known skincare ingredients, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is one of the most well-known skincare active ingredients, primarily because of its safety and efficacy. It is a natural component of the skin's dermis, and research into the different weights of hyaluronic acid has revealed that they have different molecular penetration levels and slightly different functions. Well, this is why a multi-weighted formula containing both macro and micro hyaluronic acid formulas is ideal for a moisturizing serum. Importantly, we want to understand the term natural moisturizing factor. Natural moisturizing factors are essentially molecules that sit on the surface of your skin and prevent evaporation, or what we term as transepidermal water loss, to the environment. Essentially, natural moisturizing factors maintain hydration of the stratum corneum, which is a mixture of amino acids and other protein derivatives from the gene filaggrin. It is a humectant that balances the amount of water in the stratum corneum, enabling it to regulate temperature and humidity levels. As humidity is reduced, the natural moisturizing factor viscosity increases, and it slows down the rate of skin hydration. This natural moisturizing factor structure system can be thought of as a unique ecosystem for water management that is responsive to external environmental changes. The topically applied moisturizers, such as glycerol, sugars, these essentially work on the level of the stratum corneum for advanced moisturizer technologies. There are certain environmental and lifestyle factors that can impact the natural moisturizing factor levels in skin. Firstly, environmental pollution, low humidity levels, weather, a poor diet, increased stress, the usage of harsh cleansers or overcleansing, excessive ultraviolet exposure, as well as the natural effects of skin aging itself. Natural moisturizing factor essentially helps to keep your skin elastic and supple. Essentially, the suppleness and elasticity are a result of the skin's proteins that can regulate cell activity. It also activates hydrolytic enzymes, which means that your skin can shut its old cells readily, and it is also a protective barrier that helps to maintain the optimal balance. Humectants mimic the function of natural moisturizing factors, and this is where hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and also naturally occurring amino acids such as arginine, histidine, and lysine can help to restore your skin barrier function. The critical property of hyaluronic acid is that it doesn't just increase your skin's hydration levels, it also helps to facilitate beneficial cell-talk mechanisms, which helps to slow down the process of aging, as well as reverse oxidative stress that causes DNA damage. In particular, when you're looking for a hyaluronic acid serum, the following features are regarded as some of the key markers of effectiveness. Look for high concentrations of hyaluronic acid at 1.5%. An effective hyaluronic acid serum also contains two types of hyaluronic acids, both macro and micro hyaluronic acid. Macrohyaluronic acid helps to intensely hydrate and smoothen the skin surface, and microhyaluronic acid, which is a smaller molecule, penetrates deeply into the level of the dermis. Additionally, we know that this has a separate function to plump up your skin and to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So, to recap, it actually fulfills two functions. First, it is to prevent water loss to the environment due to its natural function as a natural moisturizing factor. The second function is that it participates in beneficial cell talk to ensure that your skin's physiological processes are performing well to fight off the daily oxidative stress caused by free radical damage. Besides that, it's important to follow up with a good hyaluronic acid-based moisturizer. A useful tip to note would be to look for creams that contain 50 times smaller hyaluronic acid molecules that can penetrate deeper into the skin for longer lasting hydration. When it comes to eye creams, pick one that is suitable for the entire face, as well as the delicate skin around the eye. For example, an eye cream that contains 5 times the concentration of hyaluronic acid alongside a molecule known as proxylane that helps to boost collagen production. Proxylane is a fascinating active ingredient. It is derived from beech extract and also has been proven to stimulate collagen production. It is a sugar-protein hybrid which is derived from xylose, a product of extensive research. It is also a natural sugar abundantly found in beech trees. Importantly, it targets wrinkles and pores so that skin appears smoother and the wrinkles are reduced. This is a key feature of an effective cosmeceutical. A little bit about the role of moisture and the skin barrier in the aging process. Our skin is primarily composed of the epidermis, which hosts the stratum corneum, as well as the second layer of skin, which is the dermis. These two components eventually make up what we call the skin barrier and is also responsible for the appearance of skin. Depending on your age, the structure and function of the skin barrier may also differ. Firstly, the stratum corneum essentially houses corneocytes, which are cemented by ceramides, which are essentially lipids in a brick and mortar model of the skin. Moisturizing ingredients specifically target these two components. The epidermis and the dermis each have different requirements for maintaining their role in protecting the skin from external environmental stresses. Natural moisturizing factors, for example, amino acids, as well as hyaluronic acid, prevent transepidermal water loss to the environment, and this ensures that whatever molecules are sitting on the surface of your skin remain to reduce moisture loss to the environment. Secondly, when there is a breach in the ceramide content, the skin barrier becomes dysfunctional, resulting in increased water loss to the environment, as well as increased potential for allergens that ultimately trigger off the vicious cycle of inflammation in your skin. The second function of moisturizers should be at the level of the dermis, and that's where hyaluronic acid is relevant. Hyaluronic acid is a natural component of your dermis, and it also has additional functions beyond just providing moisture. It plumps up your skin and reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Above all, it can actually participate in what we call cell-top mechanisms, which essentially ensures that the skin cells function optimally to repair signs of DNA damage. DNA damage starts occurring from the time we're in our mid-20s. This process is accelerated from the age of 30, and this marks the start of biological aging. The reason for this has to do with the inability of our skin to cope with the environmental assaults that we are exposed to, ranging from atmospheric environmental pollutants, harmful ultraviolet rays. Additional aggravating factors may be present that can worsen skin barrier dysfunction. Underlying skin diseases such as rosacea, eczema, or even severe forms of acne and acne scarring can all be contributing factors, eventually leading to an inability for the skin to keep up with DNA repair, and this results in the early signs of photoaging manifesting in the form of fine lines, wrinkles, irregular skin texture, hyperpigmentation. These are all regarded as early signs which must not be ignored. In severely sun-damaged and photoaged individuals, for example, there is even a medical condition that arises from this condition known as chronic actinic dermatitis. Chronic actinic dermatitis is actually the most severe form of photoaging, and that is a precursor to skin cancer formation. The focus of your skincare routine isn't just about cosmetic applications, but also in terms of maintaining skin health so that your skin can actively repair DNA damage so you do not develop skin cancers. It is important to consider the impact of humidity on the skin as we are living in tropical Singapore. In a low humidity environment, such as in temperate countries, one is supposed to generate more natural moisturizing factor for increased skin hydration. If your skin is functioning well when you are in a high humidity environment, one does not need as much natural moisturizing factor, so your skin makes less. Skincare products that are designed to mimic this natural moisturizing factor use a combination of humectants, emollients, and occlusives. The critical balance here is about the skin microenvironment that impacts the functioning of your skin's immune and barrier cells, overall achieving an ideal state of balance and homeostasis with a good skincare regimen. Make sure to incorporate these in a skincare regimen that both hydrates the skin barrier and stimulates positive cell-top mechanisms that help in fighting oxidative stress. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast episode, which is all about how hyaluronic acid functions in the skin microenvironment and helps in retarding the process of photoaging. Do remember to follow me on my Instagram at Dr. Teo Wan Lin, as well as check out the podcast website at www.scienceofbeauty.net for the latest podcast transcripts, as well as where you can get your hands on the best formulated hyaluronic acid products for your needs.